Why hello there. We are back today with the list of 15 free crochet patterns for the spring/summer, and I'm so excited to go over these because I feel like I found some really nice free patterns. Right now I'm currently wearing my cardigan that I freehanded. I have a whole vlog about it. I don't go over how to make it, but it's just like cozy little vlogs of me making this cardigan. There's a few of them, but there's one where I like actually finish it, so you can watch that if you want. I actually haven't finished weaving in the ends, but I've tried to hide that from you. Also, another update. Sorry, I just want to chat with you before we get into the patterns. But I'm starting this, which, yeah, this is going to be one of the patterns that I'm showing you. So I guess I won't say what it is now, but isn't that pretty? Wait, let me show you up close. Gorgeous, if I do say so myself. And that is made from alpaca wool that my parents got me in Peru for Christmas, and I'm finally using it, so yay. If you want to follow along and chat more often, I'm on Instagram. I started a new Instagram account so I don't bother people from like middle school and high school. So you can follow me there at Carla's Calling. Also, I want to thank Hooks and Needles for sponsoring this video and for supporting me in my little small channel. They have something really exciting to share with you, so make sure you stick around. All right, starting off strong, this is a long sleeve option. So if you're looking to be on Sleeve Island in a good way, you know, sometimes we like a little bit of repetition, you can make this one-piece lace crochet top. From what I'm understanding, it's crocheted completely out of one piece, so no seaming, no stitching. They're not calling it shell, but it's kind of like a shell lace, which I think is just so summery and fun, and like you can make this in neutrals or in this colorful blue, which I really like, and it's just like a really cute layering piece, definitely for the beach, but you could also like wear it out and about, maybe over a tank top. I don't know, get creative. This one is a YouTube video tutorial. It is a summer blouse with a cute little collar. I love these kinds of collars, and I think it's like very on trend at the moment, but not a trend that's like really in your face. It's not like a giant collar, you know? It's definitely more of a statement, but it still looks pretty classic and timeless. I won't lie, for this one in particular, it is recreating a Free People top, which I think is great because, you know, I would always prefer to make my own crochet than to buy it from a large corporation. Okay, moving on to another spring summer top with a collar, and this one is like an original design. This is the crochet v-neck top by Tea Crochet by Bev, and this like is stunning. I kind of can't believe that this is free. I especially love the color combo that this person did in like the actual pattern design. It is so cute. I love like having, you know, this pop of color that's not too bright. Like, I love bright colors. I'm literally wearing a pretty bright pink right now, but I think, you know, day to day, sometimes you just want a little touch of color, and I think this is like such a fun color combination. Obviously you could do solid, you could do your own color combo, but sometimes I let the designers do the designing, including the color choice, and take inspiration from that for my own pieces. I also love how much of a statement the collar is, and the fact that it's v-neck. It's much like simpler to crochet straight or round necklines, but for some of the girlies and the girls, a v-neck can be a bit more comfortable, a bit more free. You know what I mean? That brings me to this lace summer top. This is so cute. I would love it also like as a dress. So if you want to like just keep going down and down, I assume it's worked in the round, maybe not. You could easily make this like a longer shirt or a dress, like a beach cover up type vibe. You also have more vertical lines, which I feel like we don't see a lot of in crochet, just like due to the nature of how you crochet a garment. But I think that's a lot of fun. Next, I want to talk about this easy front tie cardigan that I found a YouTube tutorial for, and it is honestly so good. There are some comments that are really helpful. Like, this is a great YouTube tutorial that I can actually vouch for. Obviously, I'm not done, but I'm not even looking at the pattern anymore. I'm just doing this until it's the length I want, and then I'll continue watching the video, but it's just so much fun. I'm going to make sure that it's in some vlogs and that I finish it in a vlog so that I can show you like the final touches. This yarn was obviously quite special because my parents got it for me on a pretty big trip that they went on, and it took me from December to now, March, to decide what I want to do with this yarn because I didn't want to like waste it, and it took me a long time to decide what to do. Which brings me to the sponsor of this video, Hooks and Needles. So Hooks and Needles is a monthly crochet or knitting subscription box that you can get shipped right to your door. Like I said, I find the decision-making part of crochet and a lot of other things to be very difficult because you need to pick the yarn, you need to pick what you're going to make, you need to then find a pattern, you need to find a video tutorial, you need to figure out how much yarn you need to do all of these things that can get like very overwhelming and quickly sort of like take the joy out of creating. So each month that you get the box, you get some yarn, you'll get some notions and little accessories and things like that. And most importantly, perhaps, you will get everything you need to crochet with the yarn that you have in your box. And in these pamphlets will be a QR code, which will give you a video tutorial for the patterns inside. So if you're more of a visual learner, then don't worry because there's pictures, there's written instructions, and then there's also a video. Not to mention the yarn quality in here is absolutely amazing. All of their yarn comes from Spain or Portugal. This one in particular is 97% merino wool, 3% viscose, made in Portugal. Like, that is the stuff dreams are made of. And I think it's just such a thoughtful subscription box that takes away the decision-making process and makes it easier for you to just like get it delivered to your door and then sorted. It's just a great purchase. I really think so. So if you're interested in getting your own knitting or crocheting monthly subscription box, I have a discount code for 20% off your first box, and that is with the code Carla20. The link in the discount code will be in the description box below. And I want to say thank you again to Hooks and Needles for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to those crochet patterns. Okay, now I kind of want to rapid fire through the remaining lacy pieces. These are, I think, all cardigans, and they're all stunning, and I love seeing lace patterns that don't all look the same because, you know, there's a few lace-like motifs in crochet that are very, very popular, and for good reason, but I love when I find one that's like, I don't know, has a bit of pizzazz in it, you know, like I haven't seen that exact design before. Starting off with the design, however, that is very popular is the flower motif. I'm actually making a beach cover-up. I started making it last summer. It is almost done, but I haven't picked it up since the summer. Yeah, this is a tank top version of that. There are tons of tutorials online, but this is the one that I pinned. And this one specifically shows you how to make it a vest, but obviously you can find other tutorials, videos, written patterns that explain how to make it a dress, which is really just continuing to do it to the length that you want, or to make the sleeves, which, you know, you're just following the same logic, but on a smaller scale. Also, I don't want to detract someone from making like a viral or like Pinterest trendy crochet pattern because honestly, crochet takes so long. It's not like you make this flower motif and you're gonna arrive at the beach and like everyone's wearing flower motif crochet garments that they spent like 60 hours on. Like that's not going to happen. So I'm not saying that you're like basic if you do that, like it's fine. But I just like to find some unique items, you know? Okay, another lace pattern is this Pico Fan Summer Cardigan. It's in the name. This lace motif has like little fans in it, which I assume are like double crochets fanned together into one stitch, like big like increases, and then embellishing it with little picot stitches. I love a good picot. We also have this spring lace button front pattern. This is really, really cute. You can't really tell in the pictures that much, but it's kind of a flowery lace again, but very different to the one I previously talked about. Another one is from Patterns, and this is a free pattern from them. And I assume specifically using their yarn, but of course you can use any yarn you want. And it is a little seashell vest. If you want it, if a vest isn't your thing, I don't personally wear vests, but I do love them on other people. You could just like seam it there in the front and just make it like one piece, or you could add buttons, like, or you could add a little tie, like a front tie cardigan like this is going to be. That could be cute. But again, this is a lace that sort of has like a seashell vibe, which I really love. Okay, next is the Rosal cardigan from Filipa Carneiro. I'm assuming this is a Spanish or Portuguese creator, so that's a bit of fun. But I really, really like this. This is one, it looks like she didn't put any buttons or anything, but again, like you could just add buttons if you want. You could add a little tie. You could add 3 ties, like the world is your oyster. And this is pretty much the same as like that very popular flower motif that even I'm working on for a little cover up, except that there's like less space between the flowers, so it makes it look more like a grid of flowers as opposed to kind of like spaced out flowers, if that makes sense, you know? You can just see the difference. Okay, now moving on to like not lace, just sort of like basic, solid or almost solid vests and tank tops, starting with the Sunny Side Vest by Evelyn and Peter. And this is really cute. It's giving 70s vibes because you have just like plain vest in the front, but then boom, you turn around and there's some like granny squares at the bottom. I don't know, that's kind of cute. Very simple construction, looks like a fast project to work up, and then you get to have a bit of fun with the little granny squares at the bottom in the back, but you're not like making a whole thing out of granny squares and having to do a bunch of seaming, because I don't think any of us like doing that. Something that is made out of granny squares is this tulip square top. But what I really like about it is the squares are beep, rotated so that they're basically diamonds instead. And that one allows you to have a V-neck for something a bit different. And 2, the squares are quite big, so you're going to have to make less of them and therefore attach less of them to each other, which is nice. A couple more basic tank tops. This solid shell stitch tank. Wow, say that 10 times fast. Solid shell stitch tank top. That is from Knit Crow Addict. I like that it has a bit of drape. I like this yellow color, and I like the shell stitch, but it not really being lace, because that does make it a bit more wearable throughout the year or in different settings that like aren't the beach. You also have the arcade stitch tank top from Loops Only. I love that name. And it looks like a really basic tank and an arcade stitch, which I think is like an actual stitch name. I don't think this person like made it up. But I like that in the back you have this like little ruffle to sort of zhuzh it up. And I assume like you don't have to do the ruffle if you don't want to. It would just be like less stitches in the back. But it is quite cute. It adds a little something something. It adds a bit of drapiness to your crochet, a bit of movement, and we love that. Finally, I want to show you the Bayswater top from Lee Sartori. This is stunning, and it's perfect for like the winter to spring or spring to autumn transitions, because it's basically like a sweater, like a short sleeve sweater, because you have the ribbing on the bottom, the ribbing on the sleeves, but they're short. There's like a little open collar, like it's kind of collegiate, kind of fall, kind of winter. Very good for a transitional season. And there's little like holes, which I think just adds a bit of something. So I might even try making this one. Not anytime soon, because I have lots of projects to finish, but I do really like the Bayswater top. Okay, I think that was all 15 of the patterns. I feel like I went through those so fast. Let me know if you enjoyed this roundup, and more importantly, which ones you want to make, or if you've tried any of them and you have like a review or any tips to give us, because we could all use the extra advice. I'm going to keep working on this. It's looking very ripply right now when it's not blocked and with the shadows right now. I'm gonna wear this out, hopefully get some compliments. I haven't worn it out yet. And yeah, I will hopefully see you in the next video. Thank you so much for being here and for supporting the channel. If you did stay to the end, comment, I don't know, comment your favorite flower. I feel like I always say that, but I just like flowers and it's springtime, so it's fine. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!